EVO announcements. We're finding out what is going to be at EVO this year. It's going to be another year of Street Fighter V. Woo! Another year of Street Fighter V and Tekken 7. I can't wait. I can't wait to celebrate the 9th, 10th, 12th, 13th, 15th, 20th year of Street Fighter V and Tekken 7. I've been looking forward to it. Really excited, actually. By the way, you know, after putting just a little bit more time into Virtua Fighter and realizing how fucking amazing of a fighting game it is, just like, talk about a game that you can fall in love with its mechanics. I'm probably looking forward to watching VF more than anything at EVO Japan. Like, to see the best players at Virtua Fighter over the past, like, 18 years? 18 years of VF5? If you want to talk about like a fighting game that consistently has had like a crazy ass legacy, there's very few fighting games that are played at that competitive level in Japan still to this day. Like in America and other places it's different, right? But in Japan, Virtua Fighter was king for so long. For like a real VF5 specifically was king for a really long time. So to see that there's going to be like a big prize pool from Sega and on top of like all this other shit that they're supporting for that tournament, dude, I can't wait. I can't wait.
EVO Championship Series 2022 live from the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas.
Yeah, not to mention, chat, like I don't think I'm gonna be attending EVO this year because me restreaming EVO last year was some of the biggest streams I think I've ever actually had. Like, believe it or not, consistently, is that Joshimitsu? Consistently for like several days were some of the biggest streams I've ever had. And it was the first time I ever restreamed EVO. And a lot of people really enjoyed it. So it's like, And we didn't even watch a lot of the main games, right? We spent a lot of our time watching like Soul Calibur and Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and stuff like that. You had more than 40K for Street Fighter V and Tekken 7? We did. And I think for some of the things that had announcements, we were close to like 50 to 60. It was a lot. It was a very crazy stream. Meant a lot to me that many people were tuning in to hang out with like all of us, you know? Yeah, sign all those posters. I'm sorry, Jetstream Dan. This is all from last year. Do you want the information? Didn't Kuwano win EVO? Yeah. Barely took it over Idom.
For Guilty Gear Strive Top 8.
BRC gets the back to space numbers, and there it is. Your Guilty Gear Strive EVO champion, Umi Show.
All right, here we go, chat. See what's going to be there this year.
Hello, fighting game.
Oh, and also State of Play, day after tomorrow.
Announcement show. We are your hosts. My name is Ryan Hart.
There's a bunch of shit happening this week.
Brilliant news for you, man. You guys are not ready. It's super hype. I'm pumped up. Tell me how you feeling right now.
I mean, look, been here since 05. You know, when it
so I know a lot of you people know who Yipes is, right?
Just to see it from
but just to give like some respect to his name, Ryan Hart has been doing this shit since literally like the mid 90s, right? Ryan Hart is arguably one of the truest OG fighting game greats. For anybody that doesn't know who Ryan Hart is, because he doesn't maybe stream a whole bunch, but anybody that doesn't know who he is, a Tekken legend, right? A Street Fighter legend, a legend of almost any game he puts his mind to. Like in the equivalent of like a Sonic Fox or a Justin Wong. I feel like if you're talking about the legacy of people that were really good at fighting games, to me it was always Ryan Hart was like the first of the OG that could play anything and become a god, and then it was Justin Wong in the second generation, even though Justin was practically the first, and then, you know, Sonic Fox now. So I still watch tournament videos of Ryan Hart playing Tekken Tag 1 back in the 90s, dude.
Amazing spectacle. It is back, guys. 4th to the 6th of August, man.
And just to add to that,
the American Tokido, yeah.
With some free water for those that register and attend to Evolution. So Nobody's gonna be dehydrated. You will be hydrated at Evolution. Of course, the added bonus is you will get a free EVO bottle. Nice little souvenir for those that attend.
Once you register,
KI at EVO, that's not really that far off. I mean, they were going to do that a couple years ago.
Hyped behind their screens right now, smiling. But we've got to get into the game announcements. And we're going to let you guys know that making its debut at EVO 2023 is Street Fighter 6.
No shit. I'm shocked. It's not Street Fighter 5? Man, this is weird. Why isn't it Street Fighter 5? Where's Street Fighter 5? What is this? Why not SF5? What's going on, you know? Genuinely concerned about the future of the genre. Where's SF5? This shit's gonna be fucking crazy, man. This is the first like absolute mega tournament. It's gonna be a couple months after the release of the game, and it's got the biggest prize pool of a fighting game ever. This shit is going to be fucking bonkers.
Street Fighter 5のプレイヤーの川野です。
That shit, that's gonna be a... Get ready for like 9,000 people have signed up for Street Fighter 6 at EVO or some shit. There's gonna be so many people that sign up for this tournament. That's true. CEO is after release too. That is true. As well as potentially other things. I'll shut up now.
後ろの観客たちがわーっていうんで、なんかアウェー感はすごくって、まあなんかこれがなんだろう、海外大会オフライン特有のあれなのかみたいな選定を受けたのは覚えてます。
We fixed this.
やっぱり久しぶりの大型のオフライン大会だったと思うんですけど。
They announced the EVO prize pool. Usually at EVO, it's composed of the, you know, the tournament entrance. The prize pool comes from the actual entry fees, you know?
なんだろう、感情を共有できるっていうあの場はやっぱ素晴らしいなって思いました。プレッシャー自体は感じてないんですけど、やっぱこれは他の大会とかもそうなんですけど、ちょっと優勝した時やっぱ嬉しいっていうよりかは安心するっていう感情が先に来ちゃうと思うんですね。一回優勝しちゃうと。なのでそこがちょっと残念ではあります。
Where is multiverses? It could be here. We need to talk about that too, right? All the crazy happening of like multiverses and like a game that was so successful in its first like few months to be at where it's at now. There's a lot to learn about that game's situation. It was also at EVO last year.
プールで負けるだとか結構早めに負けてしまうみたいなのが多いんで、そこがかなり面白いところだなって思います。こう言っちゃあれですよ、雰囲気が好きですね。ちょっと抽象的で申し訳ないんですけど、エボ特有の
Yeah, the atmosphere of EVO is special. EVO in like Vegas atmosphere is unbeatable.
それが
Just the fact that you're in like this mecca of fighting games in one localized spot where new announcements and developers and top players and fans from every corner of the earth are all there at the same time. It's truly something special.
なんだろう、ちょっと自分がタイトル移行っていうのは初めてなんで勝てるかは分かんないんですけど、まあ多分その全世界の人来ると思うんで、どっちかっていうと優勝したいというよりかはなんかいろんな上手い人のプレーを見るなどして、なんか自分のスキルアップ。
I like this format though that they're talking to like the winners of the games from the previous year.
そういうところも見ていきたいなって思ってます。
A little bit of a Street Fighter 5 hype reel. I'm sorry, 6. I'm going to be doing that for a while.
Street Fighter 6, man. Street Fighter in general, you know, I've got such a long, it's one of the first games I ever played, you know, and Street Fighter 6, well, Street Fighter has always been at the top of that genre, right? You know, it's such an influence, it's always been there. Any game that comes out has some kind of inspiration from Street Fighter as a franchise, you know, so seeing Street Fighter 6 make the debut at EVO 2023, I don't know what to say, man, I'm super pumped.
Again, one of the things that I
Street Fighter 5 confirmed,
about
yeah.
Street Fighter in general is just how everybody relates to that game.
Eat those chips!
Great uncles, my great-great-grandmother.
Eat your Chipotle chips!
Into that cabinet to play Street Fighter. So I'm excited, man, that it's returning to not only Evolution, but just to push the culture of the FGC forward.
Indeed, and obviously a new game brings in new competition, so it's going to be interesting to see if the new guys that come in are going to knock off the top guys that have played and are veterans, you know, the old guard, so to speak. Interesting to see what's going to happen there when these guys collide, right? So definitely something I'm looking forward to and I can't wait. So with that said, we have a huge partnership announcement for you guys. Earth-shattering. I'm not even joking.
Chipotle.
EVO 2023 will be presented by none other than Chipotle.
Earth-shattering.
An incredible collaboration with the Chipotle
Earth-shattering.
team. They're gonna bring you
Mind-bending.
amazing opportunities. And of course,
Impossible
a good
in
one,
this
performance
reality.
supplements, some incredible
Thanos
food
flipped
to
the switch, and we are
And to
sponsored by
celebrate this partnership,
Chipotle.
we're doing a giveaway, so please text EVO 223 to 888
Here's a burrito.
222 for a chance
Chad,
to
get
win
that
a
fucking
buy one, get
burrito.
one free
You go
code.
get that
All my
burrito.
United States homies
Get
out there,
it.
so please hurry up and get to it
Brain
before it runs
breaking, mind sucking
Mouthful, wasn't it? And that is just an
Chipotle.
amazing taste of things to come, guys. Guys, get on your phones, get on your tablets, download the Chipotle app and join.
I hope
Chipotle.
the commentators have to be eating burritos while they are commentating. I hope every commentator has to
But, let's
finish
get
a
back to why
burrito
we're
by
here
the
in the
time
first
the
place,
commentary is done.
Ready for the next game?
I can't wait, man. Bless me.
I know everybody at home is ready. And y'all waiting. You just shut up and just get to it. So please,
Dragon Ball Fighters.
welcoming back to Evolution 2023. It's none
Tekken
other
7?
than Guilty Gear Strive.
I'm shocked. I'm really shocked. I thought we were going to go back to Accent Core. Maybe AC plus R could come back? No? No? Damn. Out of left field. Yeah, Guilty Gear Strive had the most entrants at last year's EVO.
There's the block from Levin, but not on the second overhead.
It was the number one game at last year's EVO.
And we're waiting. Stop.
And the year before that. Wait, second appearance? No.
My tag is Umisho.
This is the
and
third
I'm the
appearance.
champion for Guilty Gear Strive.
Wait. No. It was online
That
EVO, yeah, but it was
It's a
there.
little bit of a
EVO
broad question, I
online.
think.
Wait a minute, are we saying
Probably just
Hotashi's
being able
EVO
to
doesn't
show
count?
off,
That's fucked
like,
up.
the fruit of all my
Yeah,
practice.
it should. This
on,
is
like,
the
biggest
third.
stage in the world, basically.
What the fuck? That doesn't count? That's bullshit.
It was actually pretty great.
EVO
Like,
online didn't
venue
happen? What?
And the
Excuse
way the
me.
tournament was
I think
run
I'm going to
was
say that was a
actually, like,
typo.
very, very smooth, I think, and a very good time. Also, just being able to be like around a bunch of friends in the
Yeah,
area.
what
for
I'm
the
saying,
first
Chad,
time
is
was
that
really, really cool.
it said Guilty Gear Strive announced second appearance at EVO, and I'm like, wait, I think it's the third.
Yeah, a little bit. The pressure has gotten like a little bit more over time. If you had asked me right after last EVO, I probably would have said no. But now that like a lot of time has passed, it's given the chance for it to like sink in a lot more.
Yeah, I
And
would like
I'm
DNF
feeling
Duel to be
little
here. I
stressed
think it's a
about it
low
going
chance, though.
into next year, but I'm trying to just think of it as like, you know,
I think it's a much
me
higher
winning
chance
last
that
year doesn't change
if one of the big
anything
Arxis
about,
games
like,
that is
who I
not
am as,
that,
like,
that is not
person or
Dragon Ball
competitor.
and Guilty
So,
Gear, it probably
going into
would
next
be
year's
Grand
is-
Blue.
I'm kind of
think
just trying to look at it the same. as
Historically,
going into
Grand
last
Blue has
year's.
been at EVO. Psy Games has always had some sort of involvement, you know?
I think just the scale of it, honestly, just like how much is put into the event itself.
In fact, Psy Games has been a
and how
sponsor of
grand
EVO
it
in the
feels
past.
compared to a lot of other events.
The question
Even
is, would it
other,
be
like,
Grand
big
Blue
majors.
Rising or would it be
EVO just feels
the older one? It would probably have to be
I don't know,
Rising
it
if
just
it's
feels
out by
bigger.
then.
good question. I think I have two answers for that. One was, again, just being able to be around all like the people I'd met in the FGC so far and new people, and also being on top 8 stage. The top 8 stage was like incredible.
I hope Virtual
Obviously,
Fighter's
it's
here.
so
I really
amazing.
do. It'd
It's
make me
like-
crazy happy if VF made this
I've
event
not
and
felt
EVO Japan, but I think it might
like
just
I
be EVO
did
Japan.
on the EVO stage since just seeing what happens, honestly. One of my favorite things about going to events
is Grand Blue decent? It's always been a decent game. Just early on, it wasn't a game that I liked very much, but it's changing a lot. And in the new version of the game, that's also changing a lot.
The way the bracket shaped up was like nobody expected.
In all honesty, your prime opportunity to check out Grand Blue again is when Grand Blue Rising comes out.
It's going to be really
because it's also going to have rollback netcode. That is your cue where it's like, oh, you've been waiting on Grand Blue. That's your cue.
開発ディレクターの片野明です。いや、ギルティギアストライブが
That's cool that we see it here from the previous winner and the devs. That's really cool.
ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。こうやってまたメインタイトルに選ばれたのも、発売以来プレイヤーの皆さんやファンの皆さんがギルティギアを応援してくださっているおかげだと思ってます。本当にありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。昨年のエボ2022我々現地で観戦させていただきました。
And it's always nice to see the devs there, like in front row, watching their game being played. That was really cool.
いや今からもう8月が待ち遠しいんですけれども、3月エボジャパンも控えてますんで、
EVO Japan at the end of March. That's going to be big. Street Fighter 6 was the first game they announced.
今年もギルティギアストライブ皆様により楽しんでいただけるようにアップデートであったり追加コンテンツで
Feeling that Street Fighter, I'm sorry, did I say 5? Street Fighter 6.
応援のほどよろしくお願いいたします。
I'm going to be doing that for a long time.
それではまたエボでお会いしましょう。バイバイ。
I feel like we're on the Street Fighter 6 hype train right now, right? All these like announcements and things. I said 6? Okay, good.
And the perfect bottle on the wire. See, wait a minute, slash. Big damage. Oh, runs it. Great break there from Bean. The whip on the throw, and that's an easy punish. Oh, no, you should.
Are we going to watch EVO Japan like we did for EVO last year? If I get the okay to do so, because EVO Japan's a little bit different, right? EVO Japan, I think, has some different streaming parameters, so I'll find out. But I would love to. I'd love to stream every single day of EVO Japan. I'd absolutely love to.
It was just really focused on online gameplay, so we was always waiting for that opportunity to everybody to come back live and really show their stuff. Because, you know, those are the excuses, like, that was only online. Nah, that wasn't the case.
Something about maybe the digital distribution of EVO Japan might be held to other rights holders, because it's just a different thing, you know? I'll have to find out. But I would like to think that it's okay. I literally worked with and for these guys for like 8 years plus.
We saw a ton of Nagaryukis everywhere. Now it's kind of changed. We see more Happy Chaoses, Maze.
I have an EVO award. I should be given okay access, okay? That should give me okay access for the future. Even though it's old as shit, there should be okay, yeah, good to go for anything moving forward.
Now, first one is that EVO main stage competition will have a new format that we are introducing for optimization purposes, and I believe Yikes wants to break it down.
What?
Well, I know everybody's a fan of the top 8 finals, but this year we are moving forward with top 6 finals for all the games, and it's a big reason for that. Of course, I know people are going to be sad about it.
Time.
If you are a
dude, Guilty Gear and Dragon Ball last year went crazy over
and stuff like that. So just to make sure that we run everything on time, we shortened it from top 8 to top 6.
I knew this was going to happen.
And, you know, it adds a lot of prestige to getting onto that.
I knew this was going to happen.
Up there. I mean, that means that there's a lot more weight.
Yeah, dude, last year's EVO went way over on Saturday and Sunday. We were up so fucking late, it was insane.
I mean, man, imagine being on that podium. That's just
and one of the reasons behind that is
it's actually kind of
EVO actually will probably get charged more money the longer you're staying at the event places.
Because I'm all about that cutthroat action at the end of the day.
And that ends up being why so many tournaments like have to like cut stuff early. If not, like we have to get you out of here because you will literally be charged like curfew fees.
Each and every single game at EVO 2023 will indeed have a $25,000 prize pool. Every game.
Wow!
Minimum. Put it in subtitle.
Wow! That's the Sony money kicking in there, boys.
Man, this is brilliant.
Wow! Wow! All that shit I always bitched about with EVO all those years, become the best in the world to win like $5 grand.
There's no excuses here, to be honest with you. So let's just.
That's a big difference, right?
Man, I'm excited to see all the international competition.
Guaranteed 25K no matter what.
So, moving on.
It's not $1 million, but still, that's like, for the sake of all of this, a big deal.
Evolution stages before. It's no stranger to that platform. 2 of the most legendary players in the actual community have been in the grand finals as well. Maybe you guessed it, maybe you didn't. It's none other than Dragon Ball Fighters.
DBZ, that makes sense. The arena you used to work at charged $10,000 per hour that you go past allotted time. And they definitely got hit with fees last year for Saturday and Sunday, I think. Dude, I felt like we were watching Dragon Ball on the same time zone, right? We were watching Dragon Ball FighterZ finale at like 1 to 2 in the morning. The players looked like they were at the end of a fucking Rocky movie. Everyone was so exhausted. It just kept going.
Dragon Ball FighterZ back again. Evolution 2023. It's going to be on that big stage. I can't
Markman got the dudes in the back got replaced by technology and monitors. I'm slightly worried.
Every single time it's there. So yeah, I can't wait to see it back again, man. What an exciting.
Yeah, man. Look, everybody is gravitating.
Slightly worried.
Like whoever don't know Dragon Ball, like come on, man.
This the EVO where we like to see news on rollback.
One thing that I love about fighting games in general.
I would like to think we hear news about Dragon Ball FighterZ rollback way before August, dude. That would be disappointing if it took like a whole year for them to even get to a beta state. I would like to think that maybe by the time this EVO happens, rollback will already be in the game.
But things have evolved.
I would like to think that.
Now we actually have EU in the mix. Obviously, we got Spain in the mix. Yeah. The whole nine. You know what I mean? Obviously, shout outs to Wawa, who is last year's champion, going up against Nitro. Obviously, I was gunning for my man, rooting for my man, but it is what it is. We're going to have to hold that L. But that's why we have this prime opportunity to run it back at EVO to see if we get another shot.
Nitro did well. It was super close. I mean, he had him down to the wire. Literally one more game and he had the title. He was like, wouldn't even have had a reset. But then Wawa from Death's Door, 2-0 down, brings it all the way at reset and then wins it. Like, absolutely phenomenal. You can't say he didn't earn that. Do you know what I'm saying? So really, really great stuff. And
yeah, Street Fighter 6 at CEO is a major tournament, right? But it's not going to be nearly the amount of entrants that'll be at EVO.
Announcement for you guys watching at home. Sony InZone is returning.
Yeah, the sponsorship, right? Like EVO, you got like the comparison, like maybe 1,000 or 2 maximum might be at CEO. I actually don't know how big the entrants get at CEO. I'm actually kind of deaf to that.
One thing to bear in mind that's really important is the
but at EVO, like thousands on thousands of people will show up for Street Fighter 6, and people don't remember that like even Street Fighter 5 wasn't well received at its first EVO in general. At that time, that game was not doing well, but it still had like 5,000 entrants from what I remember in 2016. It was huge. There was like the most people had ever signed up for a fighting game type shit. And then you get a fighting game that's actually good, right? That a lot of people will like at the start. And that'll be a big deal.
So one thing that I do catch up on this is the frequencies is pretty good. You know,
yeah, so Rick, that's pretty much exactly what I explained. Thank you. For anybody that doesn't know, the director of EVO is confirming in the chat that the top 6 is due to time constraints and top 8's running too long. They don't want players having to compete too early or too late, and it's not related to anything else. That's exactly what I was saying.
You want to get involved with the
and that's pretty much due to like things like Dragon Ball ran super late last Saturday, EVO Saturday, and then Sunday Guilty Gear was also really late. So
you guys are excited.
That makes perfect sense. Those things are. You're asking a lot of the players, and you're asking a lot of production coordination to go over time.
In order to enjoy it, and this is one of these.
It's not like top 8 is like not prestigious anymore. It's really not it. It's a big event with a lot of moving parts now. They're top 6s now. Yeah, that was the announcement earlier.
Flags that I've never even seen before. So, I definitely got to touch up on my social studies for sure.
Well, top 8s, you essentially, in terms of stream time, you essentially have 2 less matches you show in the top 8, right? You essentially get 2 games. Tekken 7, shockingly. You essentially get 2 games. And if anybody's shocked that this is Tekken 7, I mean, we're going to be seeing Tekken 7 all the way until February at least of 2024.
Oh, what a whip on it again. Ray guard after. Here we go. Is it enough damage, Mark? Is it enough? I can't tell. I don't know. It's going to be close.
When is EVO? Beginning of August, usually.
네, 안녕하세요. DRX의 무릎입니다. 저는 2013년도 EVO랑 2022년도 EVO에서 우승한 경력을 가지고 있습니다.
So at EVO, it will have been 1 full year of us getting the first Tekken 8 teaser. Right? Yeah, I think it was at EVO. That was when they showed Kazuya's smiling face.
격투 게임을 하는 사람으로서
That'll be the 1 year. We just passed 1 year
넘길 수 있을까
of Street Fighter 6 reveal.
2022년도 같은 경우는 굉장히 오랜만에 이보에 참가하는 거였어요. 코로나 때문에 뭔가 3년 만에
Yeah, pretty much means we already have the 2-win winners and we'll still have the 4-win losers. I think that's, I can't say that's exactly what they're going to be doing, but we're most likely going to be missing out on 2 matches that we usually would see in top 8. I think that's about it.
계속 이제 미끄러졌었거든요. 2019년도도 준우승을 하고 그렇게 이제 이보가 정말 어려운 대회다. 언제 여기서 우승해 볼 수 있을까라는 생각을 했었는데 이게 2022년에 이제 이루어졌고 축하 등 뭐 그런 것들을 많이 받아가지고 되게 좀 많이 달라졌다고 생각을 했습니다. 글쎄요, 뭔가 이보 같은 경우는 뭔가 매년 이제
You also have to consider that a lot of that time that goes in the finals days, chat, is for like announcements of shit. A lot of that time is also dedicated to like the developers coming in and announcing stuff for their games. And that's also valuable, right? That's also like a trade-off of EVO now, that EVO isn't just a tournament anymore. It's now like a fighting game convention that the devs utilize time with their game to get to engage their audiences for future stuff. So that's like the trade-off now that EVO has become like a prime spot to do that. It's literally the fighting game E3.
이 보는 앞에서 게임을 할 때 뭔가 그 아드레날린 같은 게 막 생기면서 또 승리했을 때
Yeah, and I think Hiroki also waiting to the end of the Dragon Ball finals to announce rollback at like 1 in the morning or something, right? It was hilarious.
아무래도 이제 그 탑에 올라갔을 때
Smash Ultimate? I don't think so. That would be a big announcement, right? If something were to happen to make Smash appear at EVO again, that would be a big announcement. But from all the information that we know of how Nintendo's approaching Smash Brothers, no. The answer is no. Unfortunately.
2023년에 나왔으면
Smash brought in a lot of people, that's for sure.
모든 선수들을 볼 수 있는 게 또 이보라서.
What about VF? I want it. I want it. I talked about it earlier, but it's a big showcase EVO Japan game. I want it. Thanks, Nee. Thanks for beating everybody's ass.
Hello everyone.
Oh, sick.
はい、バンダイナムコの原田です。とこちら。
マイコ。
はい、というわけでですね、EVO 2023
Is this Harada's bar?
ですね。に、
Or is this Harada's izakaya?
8じゃなくて7が、加わることもとても嬉しく思います。皆さんの
I'm gonna need all your guys' Tekken 8 merch and old Tekken
So we're
merch.
very happy that Tekken 7 has been chosen as the title again this year for EVO 2023. Again, that's 7, not 8. But we're extremely excited about that.
はい、同じくですね、先日行われました、TWT 鉄拳ワールドツアーですねの2022年のファイナルで、TWT 2023の発表、開催ですね、を発表できました。はい。
Also, you may have seen that we announced at the TWT Tekken World Tour 2022 finals in Amsterdam they were actually doing Tekken World Tour 2023. So we hope that you're all looking forward to that.
はい、でその TWT2023 なんですけど、やっとですね、
ようや
く、グローバルリーダーボードが復活しましたと。
I have predictions.
ということで、なんとオフライン大会のみで。
I'll talk after Harada's being done translated.
待ってたと思うので、はい、そういう環境で2023をやっていきたいと思います。
And at that time, for the announcement, we also let everyone know that we're going back to a global leaderboard. And not only that, but that all of the events on the World Tour are going to be offline events. So I'm sure everyone is quite excited about that.
はい、その開幕の一発目の大会となるのがですね、
No more online. Everyone's like, whoo!
3月末に開催される EVO Japan 2023ということになります。
Yeah, EVO Japan, Tekken 8,
and actually, the first
Tekken
event
7.
kicking off that tour will be EVO Japan, which, as you all know, is the end of March.
はい、ぜひ皆さん、どしどしですね、エントリーしてください。
Okay.
大会で会えることを楽しみにしています。
So we are excited about that, and we hope to see everyone enter the tournament, starting with EVO Japan, and we'll see you all there.
まあね、僕に会う ことよりもね、鉄拳8の情報を楽しみにしている方の方が、圧倒的に多いと思うので。
I can always tell when Harada, even I don't even know what he's saying.
本格的に、8の情報を
I can already tell he's saying some shit.
していきたいと思いますので、そこら辺も期待しててください。
Maybe more than meeting us at EVO Japan, I guess you all are patiently, hopefully, waiting on more Tekken 8 news. And I'm glad that we can say this year in 2023, I think we'll have more opportunities to share more with you about Tekken 8 and to show the game off to you. So please look forward to it.
Let's hope.
Okay.
Let's hope that alpha test at EVO Japan is streamed. Here's my bet: 250 gift subs. 250 gift subs. EVO, not EVO Japan, but EVO 2023 Tekken 7. Outside of the Tekken 8 stuff that they show, right, which will be its own thing, they will have an announcement for Tekken 7, the final update for Tekken 7. 250 gift subs. Tekken 7 is getting rollback netcode, and the beta is like available right as on that day or right around that day of. Huge netcode update for the PC version exclusively of Tekken 7.
Tekken Evolution champion yourself, so you can feel how serious this aura
Those
is.
specifics don't have to line up, but 250 gift subs. That Tekken is actually getting rollback netcode.
You know, it still does, just like it did on day one, and it's
And they'll say that Tekken's rollback update, you know, something like that.
It's going to be super phenomenal. The history has just been amazing as well. Like every year has had really cool storylines, whether it's a returning champion defending the crown or whether it's a new player coming in and taking the trophy for the first time. It's always phenomenal stuff. Nii, our reigning champion, you know, he's had quite the journey. He's a stellar performer, but it wasn't easy for him. You know, he was stopped at the gate by Arslan Ash in the grand finals. No one saw that coming, right? You know, shining star from Pakistan, and he just came in and just took the gold. And it's like, whoa, Nii, you know, he's been playing for like over a decade. How comes he didn't win? And he has been chasing.
He's only been playing for over a decade?
And won in the grand finals, taking his
He started with like Tag 2 or something?
I mean, in Las Vegas at least.
I mean, much love to Nii, man.
That's like a young Tekken player, right?
Second place is not enough.
No, he's been playing for much longer than that.
He really stressed that.
He started with like 5. Okay, there you go.
About his losses, so
that's why he's good at it, because he's been playing the same game for the past almost 20 years. If you started in Tekken 5, you've been playing mostly the same game for the past like 20 years.
All day. Poke chop too, just in case, you know.
Just in case. All right, let's see what happens. So yes, moving forward, it's time for our next announcement for you guys. EVO Showcase will be returning to EVO 2023, and it's going to have all your favorites, your developer panels, your community panels.
Cool. This was great last time.
And of course, your fun-friendly exhibitions. It's always cool.
Yeah, the fun tournaments.
Cool community initiative.
That's like, that was day one last year?
Community panels.
This was always cool.
So, I mean, of course, I love the developer.
You get like that. That's on main. That's on like EVO 1 is what they do, and then all like the pools of other tournaments and things like that are actually used on are streamed on the other channels on the like EVO 1 through 15 or whatever, you know.
What's the don't want? So it's pretty cool. But my favorite is the fun exhibitions. Obviously, I've been in the scene for a while. I would say safely since 2003, but I know there's been a lot of history that I missed. So, you know, just seeing some classics like you and Gandito and what was it? Was that Tekken 4?
That was Tekken 5DR.
Tekken 5DR.
This was fun.
Okay. And then I seen Alex Valle versus John
This was also
Choi,
really fun.
Classic that everybody knows about it.
Funny thing is, I've been watching Valle and Choi were playing Alpha 2 a ton during the pandemic. Like, Valle took up Sagat in Alpha 2, and those guys were grinding that game when the pandemic was going on in like 2020, 2021. So I would just tune in like every other night. Like, Valle would be streaming him and John Choi just beating the hell out of each other. It was awesome. He's still on Fightcade. Yeah, he's Choi Boy on Fightcade.
Development as well, whether it's a game that's at the alpha stage or the gold stage, you get to find out what's in process, what's in development, and see where the eyes and creative vision is leading us, you know. So yeah, it's always really, really cool stuff.
Yeah, man.
All right, so it's time to move into our next stage, which is the game announcement. I know you guys are probably wondering what's next on deck. It's a game that's 3 versus 3, so that gives you a hint. It's a game that's one of the oldest fighting game franchises that's been around since the 90s, you know, super, super old. And again, a game that brings in international competition from all over the planet. Super, super hype each and every year.
King of Fighters.
It's King of Fighters 50.
Yeah. Got me excited there for a second. I was like, yo, what?
I love these matches.
Yo, what? Yeah, it's KOF. Of course it's KOF. Of course it is.
I don't want to. The crowd is chanting. The crowd is chanting in the background. Let's see it. Yes, he got him! Has to make something happen here. He tries to go for the overhead.
Those Power Rangers?
Don't let it happen to you, Lesson. No!
我立 J 力，名字立 J 力，我是那个 KOF 15的冠军啊。毕竟他是。
Is this game popular? King of Fighters will always be popular. King of Fighters always has like a dedicated, super hardcore fandom that almost like exclusively play KOF games, right? Like a very large chunk of a super hardcore audience. It'll always be around. I am really curious to hear about the sales of 15, if there was any information on that. I am kind of curious because we heard that 14 actually sold uncharacteristically well, considering how unpopular it seemed to be at the start. It ended up being the game that launched SNK and their ability to make other fighting games like Samsho and stuff like that, right? So I'm really curious to see how well KOF 15 eventually sold between all the platforms.
去那边比还是蛮开心的。我觉得应该多多少少会有吧，但是就是尽力就好了吧。
We see Galro in this EVO? Well, considering EVO last year was when they showed when they showed that Fatal Fury's coming back. I think it'd be uncharacteristic if we didn't get an update of some kind. Yeah, I think the bigger question now is like, is Mortal Kombat going to be at this EVO? I think it has to be. I think it would almost be weird if MK wasn't at this EVO. No MK11 yet, yeah.
也可能时间掌控也比较好吧，不会比较没有那么会拖延到比赛的，就是有些很容易 delay.
That's true. Yeah, last year was just an announcement that it was greenlit. So once again, another fighting game that was announced way too early. Right, way too early for Fatal Fury.
可能就是跟一些老朋友见面的吧，有点类似线下，就是同乐会的感觉。
Everything we've seen so far like lines up, right? Everything is all the games that you would absolutely expect to be at EVO have been announced at this point. I don't think there's anything else except like possibly multiverses, but that's even like a question at this point, right? I don't know if that's gonna make it.
今年快打6就要出了，可能比较
Skullgirls as well. Yeah, Skullgirls, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, Mortal Kombat, Multiverses. You know, our DNF Duel, it wasn't there last year. Melty Blood, good question.
看看怎么玩的，就是对。
I think VF is a pipe dream. We got EVO Japan for VF.
昨年に続き EVO 2023のメイン種目に15が選ばれたことを開発スタッフ一同大変嬉しく思っています。15は先月1月よりシーズン2がスタートし、DLC キャラクターの配信やゲームバランスの調整を行っています。世界中の格闘ゲームプレイヤーが集まる EVO で新たな15の対戦が見られることを楽しみにしています。また、今年の EVO ジャパンでも15のトーナメントが開催されます。ただいまエントリー受付中です。ぜひご参加ください。EVO で皆様にお会いできることを楽しみにしています。
It's nice to hear from the devs, to hear from like the best player of the games, you know, of said games. That is really cool. I like this format a lot. I think last year, what did we do? It was like we watched gameplay or something. Like we actually watched them play each one of the games. We actually like watched a match or something like that.
the most because, you know, most of these games that are represented here at Evolution.
This is different than how they did things last year. It was like an exhibition, yeah.
King of Fighters. Tell me how you feel that it's actually back in the main stage, knowing that you come from that background.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see it back. It's always hype when it's at EVO, and yeah, I can't wait to see what's going to happen. ZJZ, solid performer, making his moves last year, defeating ET in the finals, really close. You know, unfortunately, ET had that massive opportunity in the grand finals, but ZJZ did his thing, and yeah, congrats to him. For me, it's just super heartwarming to have it back. You know, I go a long way back in the 90s with this game, you know, so yeah, it's great to just see it. EVO 2023 is going to be there on the main stage. I'm super hyped up for it. So, EVO has made its mark as the highest level of fighting game competition all around the world, but EVO 2023 is going to be a mix of something different and more. There's something for everyone here, and we're going to announce now that returning to EVO 2023 will be the EVO Arcade, which is going to be bigger and better than last year.
I mean, cool.
You're not going to want to miss it. There are even going to be high school tournaments that you can sign up for and be a part of. You never know.
Cool.
You might win yourself some cool prizes.
And also, we have the Indie Fighting Game Gallery. So if you're curious to know what games are being
independent fighting game support, wonderful.
Probably some developers that
community
you know about
support, wonderful.
that opportunity to actually
this is some of that combo breaker influence really kicking in, you know?
That sounds sick. And there's also going to be the Artist Alley, where many talented people from around the country and globe will be rocking up to show their latest illustrations and skilled handcrafted work on paper. Go over there, show them some love, and be a part of all that stuff. That's
feel like not being at EVO, one of the things that actually hurts me the most is not being able to buy shit from people at Artist Alley.
And finally, my personal favorite is the Community Museum. You probably was there last year at EVO. You probably walked around. You see the most dustiest sticks you ever seen. But, you know, it's just part of the lore.
Please, I see a moss stick over there. Come on.
In general, in the fighting game community.
Please.
My personal favorite is the moss sticks for people that know my past, right? So
please.
Check it out if you want to just learn a little bit
Don't call
about
them dusty.
So, just a taste of what's to come at EVO 2023. There's something for everyone this year. Bring your friends, bring your families, make a weekend of it.
Hide your kids, hide your wife. Bring your friends, bring your family, hide your kids, hide your wife.
Our next game announcement. And I'm really excited to announce this one to you guys. It's another returning classic to the main stage of EVO 2023.
Sorry, I always think of that old ass meme.
Oh my god, the Lord shield!
This is Melty Blood, right? Right? This isn't Neptuna versus Ultimatum Vagina Impact. This is Melty Blood, right? Okay, it is. All right, cool. Good for the Melty community. Good for them. It's back. What was that game I just talked about? Don't worry about it.
はい、私はジンです。メルティブラッドタイプルミナのチャンピオンです。
I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying I don't know. It's not my forte.
そうですね。まず私は
But I'm happy for them.
2022年のエボが
Right? They deserve to get some time in the sun for Christ's sake.
エボへの参加が今まで長年の
You always have to have a French bred game, right?
アメリカ自体も初めて行った。
Feels right. It feels weird if it's not there. I could be greedy and be like, so where's KI, right? But you know, these are actual games that are getting current updates. What's been announced so far? Melty Blood, Dragon Ball, Tekken 7, Melty Blood, Dragon Ball, Tekken 7, Street Fighter 6. Brain is melting. KOF, Strive. That's 6. Are we 6 in right now? Are we 6 in? Grand Blue has not been announced yet, no. We don't know. There it is. But we don't know. That's usually it. Usually there's like 7 or 8. So we have maybe a couple more? This is EVO USA specifically, yes. Now that we can differentiate between EVO USA and EVO Japan, yeah.
特に私が自身がそうなんですけど、他の人がもうそのゲームをやり込んでる、自分が好きなゲームをやり込んでるっていうのを見れることがすごい本当嬉しいことでして。
Under Night needs to be there. The unfortunate thing is that the likelihood of like Under Night and Melty being at an EVO is, and it's unfortunate, as far as an official game, highly unlikely, right? You'd almost have to pick between the two.
向こうで遊びに行ってトーナメントに出れればとは思いますね。
Yeah, Skullgirls. I'm curious if Skullgirls will be
皆さん
there.
こんにちは。メルティブラッドタイプルミナ開発ディレクターの芹沢かもめです。いつもメルブラを遊んでいただきありがとうございます。
What I'm surprised is that
今回
no Mortal Kombat yet.
2023のメインタイトルにメルティブラッドタイ
That's
プ
the
ルミ
big
ナ
one.
が
There's
選
no
ばれました。
MK.
2年連続で選ばれるなんて大変光栄です。この快挙は何よりもファンの皆様の応援のおかげだなと思っております。ファンコミュニティが
No, I love the dev part of these. This is really cool.
この奇跡を起こしたんだ。
Just hearing directly from developers, especially Japanese devs, about their games. This is dope.
タイプルミナは前回のエボから大幅なアップデートがあり、キャラクターもたくさん増え
Yeah, and
ま
it's
す。
a much different game than it was since
どうい
last
った
time.
熱戦が繰り広げられるのか、今からとても楽しみです。これからも一緒にメルティブラッドを楽しみ、そしてエボを盛り上げていきましょう。プレイメルティブラッド。
Cool. Cool.
The Soma in the opposite. Oh my god, the long shield! Step and catching onto Aki. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is fantastic blocking. Here from Uru's got the
Dust
first
this
steal. Hey,
bitch.
there's the throw. They empty low on the shield out recovery.
Nice air movement, but if we have a moonshot to
Oh my god!
Air. That was so delayed.
Amazing
Evo's
announcement.
logo
Melting
changed a
Blood
little
Type
bit.
Lumina back in action at EVO.
I feel like
He's gonna be
Evo's
there. EVO
color
2023,
scheme
Jing,
is slightly
solid
different.
champion. He's going to be representing, no doubt.
Maybe it's just me.
I know you might not be too big a part of that scene, but tell me how you
The
feel.
old like monochrome logo is the same
fake the funk.
thing,
I'm not from the Melty Blood
but it seems like
community,
yeah,
but
slightly
I've seen some
lighter.
things back in the Chinatown Fair heyday. I seen something called the Battle by the Gazebo, and mind you, the story is crazy. Story's crazy. So one time I went to a park. It was under the bridge in New York
We're
City.
doing this?
And I just seen a lot of people playing Melty Blood, mainly Spooky. That's actually one of the first times I actually seen them. So, but in order to power up the machines, they literally unplugged a vending machine. And,
Oh no.
locked in
Melty
with their
fans,
laptop.
no, we can't make these jokes anymore. I never make these jokes.
That's as far as
Right? I don't
know
make these jokes
when it comes to-
anymore.
But I know all the killers though for sure.
I
know you
don't-
got, like, Masoma,
I never
you got
talk about
Scarlet
jokes like
Million,
this.
Who's definitely going to represent and run it back to try to.
You can't
take
do
the
it on
gold
an
next
official
year.
stage.
So, well, this year, excuse me.
Battle by the
big storyline is,
gazebo.
like, you know, USA versus Japan, right? That's often at the top of the headlines for that community. So it's interesting to see what's going to happen this year.
Rumble in the
Maybe,
latrine.
Different turnaround, you know, not just Japan like walking away with the gold. Maybe USA step it up and like take over that. You know, it's going to be an interesting time either way. So I'm definitely pumped up about it. All right. So next up for our next announcement. Time to let you know the EVO community tournaments will be returning to EVO 2023.
Dope.
Yes, you're going to get your applications in and register the tournament that you want to have in that event.
Dope.
Man, what's so sick is EVO will be providing all the equipment for you guys to run some of the best events that could possibly.
And that's cool that it's
ran in
officially
this
helped
open
from
space.
EVO.
I'm talking about from anything to run the brackets to streaming, the whole nine. EVO got you. So that's pretty sick, man. Considering the fact that you have that opportunity to actually showcase maybe a local that people don't know about, or whatever the case may be, now is your chance to actually represent your scene. So,
Yeah. So
pretty
even
cool.
so, guys, even the streaming equipment is provided. You just literally rock up, put your stream key in, and you're good to go. Like it's literally something I've never heard.
Yeah,
of.
someone
That is
get a
so
modded
cool. If you're
Marvel 3
interested in,
tournament
you know,
going.
being a TO or getting a small community of friends.
Exactly.
And being a part of a tournament. This is the place to do it. It's gonna
Especially if we get character slots online fully
Now,
by
before
then.
we get to our next announcement, we just got word from Chipotle that we got another buy one get one free giveaway.
Fuck yeah! Fresh, juicy ingredients. Text PSC 712 to 888-222 to be in with a chance to win a Chipotle buy one get one free code for the United States fans.
I won.
While supplies last. I told
I
you
won.
guys, you just don't know when Chipotle are going to bless the FGC with more goodies. Make sure you get the app.
I won.
And make sure you're part of the Chipotle reward system.
And speaking of blessings, we are going to bless you with this next game announcement. I'm pretty hyped for it because, you know, it's pretty Dominican bread for those that knows the lore. And this community actually welcomed me with open arms when I was learning the game. So I would like to announce that Mortal Kombat 11
There we go.
Ultimate will be returning to Evolution 20.
And there we go. MK11 still going.
Oh, cannot get hit by this at all. And he gets the jump in. He's triple stacked.
It's still beaten, boys. It's still beaten.
The down two.
I mean, regardless of your interest, right? It's still beaten.
The punish. That
Hopefully,
Are you kidding me?
the hope would be that we'll know of whatever NRS is working on next before EVO, so that at EVO we can learn more
Mi
stuff.
nombre es Matías Martínez y yo soy el campeón de EVO del Mortal Kombat 11 en 2022. Significa mucho
Wait, yeah,
para
this
mí
was the
porque
7th game, right?
La pasé, o sea, es uno de los
Do we have one more game?
Más quise competir desde pequeño.
We have like maybe if it's probably not going to be over 8 games. Was there 9 last year? Okay. 1 or 2 maybe. Maybe 2.
La verdad que no me siento muy impresionado porque estaría preparado para ir al EVO.
Multiverses? I wouldn't be surprised because it's WB, you know.
Es uno de los torneos muy antiguos y tiene mucha más fama que otros torneos.
Grand Blue? Maybe. Yeah, Grand Blue not being here is kind of interesting too, especially with it getting an update. No DNF duel.
Hi, I'm Tyler Lansdowne, one of the community managers here at NetherRealm Studios.
Whoa, the Combat
This year
Cast.
We are celebrating 30 years of Mortal Kombat. And we are thrilled to announce that Mortal Kombat 11 will be one of the featured games at EVO this year. Thank you so much.
Tyler
for
on the
30 years
Combat
of support,
Cast.
And we'll see you in Las Vegas.
Yeah, don't give any hint of anything else happening. Tyler can't be excited about anything else that they're potentially working on. You can't show or hope of any excitement. You can't ask for anything. But it was just very weird to see the Combat Cast room again. It's been a while, dude. This is the longest tenure of NRS games at any EVO. Well, that makes sense because it's the longest there's been an in-between of any NRS game ever. You know? Whatever they're working on next, they've been working on longer than anything.
I'll give you a free portion of chips. And that was
wow, that's a good guy. That's a good
that's
guy.
A good deal, right?
Nice
That's a
guy.
good deal.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, lots of history for me going all the way back. And man,
Yeah, MK11 top 8 last year I heard was really good.
Gonna be super sick. And what a grand final!
I've seen in person some Mortal Kombat, and we watched some MK11 top 8s,
which is a pretty sick
and they were
grand
not
finals.
good.
Went to the wire.
Sad to say,
I honestly didn't
but
know
I
who was
heard
gonna
from a lot
win,
of
but
people
obviously I
that it was
pulling
probably
for
one of the
him
best
every
ones
so
last
shout
year,
out
which
to
is
Leon.
good.
I know he's gonna come back stronger, but man, Scorpion Prox and Nicholas, they are just killers, dude. Like any tournament that you see, whether it be at home or live, it's a 50-50 of who you're going to see in the grand finals. So it's going to be tough competition. And that's another game that represents a lot of international spaces as well. So, yeah, man, I'm excited.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk shit on the game if it performs, right?
For you Grand Blue fans out there, Cygames is going to be hosting a pre-release tournament at EVO 2023.
What?
The Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising.
Pre-release?
More information coming on that later in the year. So stay
What?
tuned in to all the EVO channels to find out more.
Pre-release?
Now, this is close to home, so it's cool that I can actually announce this. Starting this year, we're going to be doing here, moving forward, we're going to be doing the EVO Throwback Tournament.
Oh, shit.
So obviously, you know, for people that wasn't out in EVO back in the day, you know, there was a lot of games that actually paved the way to get EVO to where it's at right now. You know what I'm saying? So this is a way to pay homage and to show some love. So yeah,
I got to go, Chad. I'll be right back.
Be on the lookout for that every year, the EVO Throwback Tournament. Now, the game, just play the footage, man. Woo. Just play the footage.
Capcom presents Marvel Comics.
It can't control it.
Oh.
They're flying.
Just who said Hulk can't win? Amazing.
That doesn't even matter.
Oh my God. X-Men.
Welcome back to the stage of history.
Let's go! Let's go!
Sorry about that. Yeah, for anybody that's curious, that wasn't in fact a dream. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is an official game at EVO 2023. Not only that, it is also featuring the same prize pool as all of the other EVO titles, which is $25,000, a massive chunk of change for a classic game like this one. And that's the important thing here. The Marvel vs. Capcom series are games that are built on their legacy. It's a game where dreams come true, and we can actually show that because every single time UMVC3 has been at EVO, it has never disappointed. In fact, Marvel vs. Capcom never disappoints because its community is still thriving to this day. Yes, even a decade plus later, even after hosting a huge online tournament like I did back in 2020, people show up, and this game still delivers to this day. So if you guys are out there, if you're old Marvel heads, now is your time to sign up, get your tickets for EVO, because this year, at this huge tournament, we're going to find out the fate of two worlds at EVO 2023. Yipes, Ryan, back to you guys.
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom.
Sorry, Chad, I had to change my shirt.
EVO 2023.
Sorry.
You saw correctly, man.
I had to change my shirt.
Ready to go. Talk to me, bro.
Look, man, first and foremost,
really fast.
I did not think the game will return.
Real quick.
Okay, with so many legendary stories and legendary rivalries, you would think that's just the book is closed, right? But that's not the case, as Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 will be returning to Evolution 2023. I mean, I'm excited.
I'm so
Last
happy.
champion that we seen was Ryan
I'm
LV,
so
right?
happy.
So, it's pretty cool to see that he has an opportunity to kind of come back and defend it. That is, of course, if he does come back.
And he's got a great incentive to come
I take
back
no
because the
credit.
prize pool for
People in
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom
positions of much higher
is
power are able to make this
$25,000.
happen.
I mean, that is no small chunk of
I was
change.
just able to
People
be a
lot
part of
of
it.
money. So lots of people will be coming out the woodwork. Players that haven't been played for years will probably be dusting off their controllers and getting into the fray to try and become the EVO 2023 champion.
I knew about this one.
For a while, but that doesn't mean that the game died out. You know,
This was the one that I actually knew about.
Still supporting it even through COVID times. You know what I mean, which is pretty dope. So big shout out to Tampa Never Sleeps and everybody that was still keeping the hype of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 alive. So very excited. Very excited to see this.
It's back.
I'm kind of excited.
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom.
I missed it.
Man,
I know. I
a lot
missed
to
it.
unpack with all these announcements here for this
What'd they
year's,
announce? I missed it. I was
Evolution.
AFK.
So I'm pretty excited. You know, we started off the show talking about how we're going to have Street Fighter 6.
Look at this
Guilty
shit.
Gear Strive, Dragon Ball
Ultimate
Fighters,
Marvel
Tekken
3?
7.
One of these things is not like the other. One of these things is not like the other.
And Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Louder for the boys in the back. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Just don't forget about that one for sure.
And the prize pool for each and every single game you see here is $25,000 minimum prize pool. That's
I love it.
insane. You guys can sign up today.
I love it.
Here, evo.gg. That is the link you guys need to be in part of this.
Some weird fucker showed up, started talking
And that's
about
not all we
Ultimate
have.
Marvel
We have
3.
community panels, we have developer panels, we have Artist Alley, we have fun exhibitions.
What do you think about this EVO lineup?
Showcases. We have the EVO Arcade, which is
I get kind of
bigger and
excited
better
with
than
one
ever before.
game.
I mean,
really
the
excited with one game.
just doesn't stop.
You know, this is me.
Man, I'm pretty excited. This is just
Shut
another
up,
one for the
Yipes.
history books, man. and
Stop
I can't
repeating
wait to
me.
be a part of history once again at Evolution 2023.
He had your
August 12th
hair.
to the 6th is your dates, and that is taking place at the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino in Las Vegas.
It's Melty Blood.
Yeah, but
Yes,
you know
I'm
what? We're
excited
gonna
about.
sign off here, but
I'm excited
Ryan,
about Melty Blood.
It's been a pleasure, man. You
Tris, what's up,
far
man?
by
I did indeed.
to actually
I had to
help you with
change
this
my
announcement,
shirt.
so it's
I'm
pretty
sorry,
good. Shout out
production.
to, Evo for giving us this
I was almost
opportunity to
late.
team up. And I got nothing else to say, man. We'll
This is
see
a
you
weird Evo,
at
dude.
Evo.
This is a weird Evo. Like, you're gonna get like the beginning of Street Fighter 6, right? Like the pinnacle beginning of SF6, and one of like an ancient ass Capcom game. Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah! Yeah, no DNF duel. I'm really not surprised, to be honest. No, I knew about the Marvel thing. I knew about Marvel, but I didn't know about the other ones. I got told about it and I was like, oh fuck yes, let's do this shit. Anyway, big shout outs to the EVO guys. Fuck. Yo, the EVO crew got Marvel somehow. Like, I don't know how the EVO crew managed Marvel when getting that to even happen with Twitch was almost impossible, right? That shit was nearly an impossibility when we did that. Like, if I didn't know the people that I knew to make that happen, that shit was not gonna happen. So I don't know, maybe it's the Sony aspect of it, right? It could be the Sony aspect. It could be the fact that EVO's 10 years a lot different than it was before. All I gotta say is that I appreciate it. It's nuts. That's nuts, dude. Anyway, yeah. There's one thing I blindsided y'all on. I've known about this for a while, and I'm sorry. It's been very difficult not to tell anybody. It's been very challenging to not tell everybody. I'm sorry. I'm fairly happy about it. Dude, how many people are going to enter fucking Marvel? How many people are gonna enter Marvel at EVO officially? How many people are gonna enter Marvel and try to win $25,000? $25,000, dude. What the fuck? A Marvel player is gonna win 25 fucking K. Holy shit. Holy shit. Is Ryan LV just gonna win it all again? Is he just gonna do it all over? That's like the big question now. Right? Is the tenure that was the dominant force of the game when it was essentially done, and Ryan LV also won our big tournament when we did Twitch Rivals? Those were the dominant forces back in the day, right? 5-6 years ago. Those were the people that were taking down the gods. And now there's a much different tenure of Marvel gods because of Parsec, because of online and all that stuff, you know? It's crazy that we're like, at this point, we're going to have a complete new tenure of Street Fighter players and also Marvel players coming back. Sweet Jesus, dude. Sweet Jesus. No, I didn't watch the Kazuya trailer. I did not. I was too busy changing my shirt to announce this, the Marvel thing. Anyway, chat, I hope you liked it. I hope you guys liked it. The EVO guys, and from everything that I know of working with EVO over these many years and stuff like that, to this being a reality now is something that is absolutely amazing. I hope you liked it. Like, this is sort of like the direct carryover of a lot of the efforts, because it's a very similar crew of people are the people that put together Marvel, the Marvel Twitch Rivals tournament. And who knows, right? If Marvel Twitch Rivals didn't happen and didn't have the success that it did, who knows if that would have carried over to here, right? Maybe it would have. Who knows? But all I know is that there's a very similar persona that were involved in this, as was the Twitch Rivals thing, where we all worked together to bring Marvel back in 2020, right? So 3 years later, it's like, oh, they're all okay. Let's like there's this effort that's regrouping, and this is actually happening. Like, let's fucking do it. So I'm really happy to be a part of an official announcement for that shit, right? If you want to get Max's support on stuff, it's gonna be around old dead games, right? You're gonna perk my interest in some way. It's gonna be about old dead ass games, right? That's important to me. That's important. We'll put everything into it. Evil Zone, maybe not, right?
We're going to EVO, guys. We're going to EVO.
That was perfect.
Marvel, bro. Marvel, bro.
Oh shit.
No. No, why did they raid me?
Why did they raid
Why would
me?
they do this? 5,000 people gotta watch me cry, bro.
We're going to EVO, boys. Holy shit. Dude, the timing on the raid.